Happy holidays to everyone from us here at Hobby Night. We hope all of our US followers had an absolutely stunning Thanksgiving holiday and got to spend quality time with those that you love. And maybe even got to find a little bit of personal hobby time as well. But now, with the shopping season in full swing, I want to share with you my top hobby gifts for under $10. And I want to show you how you can combine those pieces into a singular hobbyist starter kit for under $100. And to do that, we swung by my local Hobby Lobby. Because we were here about a week ago looking for 3D printer filament, and we found an entire aisle dedicated to the miniature hobby. And I wanted to go ahead and get Shea something for Christmas from Hobby Lobby to help her get started with her miniature painting. And I thought it might also be something cool here for you guys that you could grab as stocking stuffers or little gifts for the hobbyists in your life.
You know, there's some irony in buying art supplies at a Hobby Lobby for a adult entertainment star.
You know, there really is. To begin, we'll eventually need something to store all of the supplies in, and for that I detoured to the storage aisle where I found this art bin that, while compact, is large enough to fit the brushes we'll be getting later. Spoiler! We chose this clear one so Shea could ID what was inside easily, if she didn't decide to decorate it with cute goth stickers instead. This size art bin retailed for $9.49 USD. Additionally, we got this model mat for Shea's desk to provide her a specific space to work on her projects. I like this mat because of the large central workspace surrounded by numerous cells to organize bits and parts, where Shea could focus her work. It's also made of silicone, so any spills that occur should be a breeze to clean up. We picked up the model mat for $9.99 USD. To finish out the workspace-focused gifts, we grabbed this sprue organizer rack, which is probably the least necessary gift on this list. But if your friend is like me and starts too many projects or just works on Gunpla, this could help organize their desk massively. The sprue rack cost us $9.99 USD, but I will call out, you could also 3D print one of these for just $1 or $2 of PLA. Now that we've taken care of the hobby area, let's focus on the next step for every hobbyist: assembly. To do that, what does every modeler need? A pair of sprue cutters. I like these because they had a fine tip, which will make precision snipping easier, and Shea will likely only be working on plastic, so I'm not worried about long time wear. We picked up the sprue cutters for $5.99 USD. What comes after clipping out your minis? That's right, cleanup. And for that, I'm getting Shea this pack of hobbyist files. This set comes with a variety of different file shapes, which could be advantageous as she explores the hobby more and expands her collection of plastic crack. We picked up the hobby files for $6.99 USD. Next up, I found this tweezer set that comes with 4 different shaped tweezers. The hook nose set I want to call particular attention to because of how useful I have found tweezers of that shape to be when tufting my bases. The hooked beak is a great tool for pushing around and embedding grass tufts. The tweezer set cost $5.99 USD. The last things we bought to help Shea with assembling her models was a pin vise with drill bits. Now Shea can begin her hobby journey knowing how to properly, correctly, imperially drill out her bolter barrels, or more likely use it for pinning miniatures. We picked up this pin vise and drill bits set for $9.99 USD. Assembly-wise, I believe our kit is good, so it's time to think about the painting portion of our hobbying painter's kit. We found 2 different sets of useful brushes. The first one contains a set of detail brushes, which I have tried recently myself, and honestly, they have held up pretty well as I've abused them on my orc battle wagon, and so I'm impressed. The second set has some larger flat brushes for base coating and any prop work she might want to do. And while I'm not going to tell you that these are the greatest mini brushes you have ever used, the smaller brush set we picked up for only $2.99 USD, and the larger brush set was just $4.99 USD. So for a cheap way to get started, these are great. Hey guys, it's just me and Shea here jumping into the video to remind you to hit that subscribe button, as well as to smash that like button if you've been enjoying the content with us today, because I really like having Shea on, and if you want to see her come back, you should definitely subscribe. Now, If you want even more content with us, you can check the links below. We have links to both our safe for work content as well as our spicier content. So there's plenty for you to explore. Now, let's go ahead and get back to the video. I've recently had my eyes open to the magic of sponge brushes for large projects, so I decided to include this variety pack as well. This set comes with a massive variety of tips and sizes that Shea can pick from depending on what her project needs. And this huge set only set us back $549 USD. Lastly, we wanted this kit to include a couple of finishing touches items that could be used to push Shea's miniatures even further. And so, to help her weather her projects, we got her these two powder sets. I chose the first set because of the relatively common soot and rust pigments available in it, and the metallics in the other can be used for highlighting most weapons or armor. These weathering powders were $4.99 USD each. The final gift I got from Hobby Lobby is tied to my favorite miniature painting hack: using micron markers to dot the pupils of characters' eyes instead of using a brush. We picked up a 3-piece micron pen set for $7.49 USD, and that's the last of what we got from Hobby Lobby. Now, if you have spare shopping budget available and you know your gift recipient doesn't already own paints, you could do what I did and add in the Army Painter's Fanatic Starter Kit for $39.99 USD, keeping the entire kit's total below $150 USD. We went with the Army Painter to ensure Shea had a quality starter set, and sadly, that's where Hobby Lobby fell short. My local games store had us covered though, and we grabbed this starter set because it includes a bonus brush and a mini to get her started, on top of a range of useful colors. Now, this is a Christmas gift, but I can't ask Shea to not watch this video for a month. So let me go grab her and let's give it to her right now. All right guys, I have Shea here. And Shea, I have brought you on today because I have a little surprise for you.
Okay.
I wanted to surprise you with something because you have been so amazing at getting into this hobby stuff with me. And I wanted to make it so that you had a way to continue to explore that hobby at your own place. So close your eyes. There you go.
It's so heavy.
It is quite heavy. Go ahead and open your eyes.
Okay.
I'm going to hold it. You can start pulling things out because there's a ton of different supplies in here to help you get started on doing more hobby projects at your house.
Well, I'm gonna grab the one that's sticking out the most.
Yes, of course.
Ooh, okay, so we have a little organizer.
Yes, so this is for your sprues if you end up getting into, say, doing gunpla. But you can also, if you end up doing like painting on like little thin canvases, you can use this as a lovely little drying rack for that. So it's actually great for a lot of different arts and craft supplies.
Awesome. Yay, okay, organizer. Okay, what do we have here? Ooh.
This is a silicone model mat. So I got this because I wanted to give you a space that you could lay out on your desk and like not get a huge mess there and have a very easy cleanup, and also keep everything really nicely organized because you can see there's like little pockets and they even have they close.
So cool.
So if you like are mid-project and you're like, man, I just don't want to keep doing this right now, you can just store things like on this mat, kind of roll it all up and then like set it aside and then roll it back out when you're done. And you want to work on things again.
I think this is a very thoughtful addition because I never would have thought to get a mat.
For yourself?
For myself.
Yay! I like when the gifts are excited and welcomed.
Okay.
All right.
You've spilled 2 or 3 pots of paint. Then you'll start thinking about it.
That's
Oh
fair,
gosh,
fair
yes.
enough.
Yeah. Well,
I haven't quite got there yet in my hobby journey.
she will, won't she, everybody? She will. Especially, well, she doesn't have any Citadel pots, so maybe she won't. But if she does,
You'll never know.
she will. All right, there's more in here though. Please continue.
Okay, so admittedly looking in the bag, I already see what was in it, but we have a fun, it's like a cute little like art box.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it looks like there's pens and paint and brushes inside.
There's tons of stuff inside. So you've got tweezers, you've got a drill so you can drill out your barrels on your guns. You even have a little miniature in there so you can get started.
He's so cute. He's like a little knight.
He is, yeah, he's got a little sword. I think he's meant to be like sort of a D&D sort of hero character type thing. That came with the paints and everything. There's
it came with the
Yeah, it
paints?
came with the paints. There's a bonus brush in there because of the paints as well. These stickers, which the clear one, you can either keep it clear so you can see through it, but if you want to put stickers on it, you absolutely can. There's a couple of sets of brushes in here.
I like the goblin dude.
He is the mascot for the Army Painter brand.
Okay.
He's very cute. I like him
so
a lot
funny. I
too.
love that.
The microns are a cheat for dotting the eyes on your miniatures so that you don't have to do a brush with it.
Fair
and there's
enough.
lots of little tools and everything in there to basically get you through all the steps you would go through to build a miniature from sprue to paint.
Fun. Ooh, we got little
Nippers, yeah. Can I put those back?
before I hurt myself.
Before we start stabbing somebody with them. But there are actually, once you're finished looking through that, there's actually a couple more things in here.
Okay, let me put those back.
Please.
This is so cute and it's so nifty and like such a nice little storage container.
Right? I thought it's small, compact, easy to store away, easy to bring around with you if you're like out and about doing stuff. But here you go.
Okay. Da-na-na. Ooh, it's like a little screw set.
Yeah, so Chaos Cultist and I just think that this is a great addition to any home, period.
cool.
But it also does benefit the hobby because if you start getting even deeper into things and maybe doing small electronics or that kind of stuff, this will be super useful.
Now I can clean my glasses easier.
Definitely. Also that when you're like staring at paint, you get splatter all over them and you're like, oh God, I need to clean these and unscrew this and just get all that gunk out.
Okay. Ooh, okay, more brushes.
Yes, but these are the sponge
foam.
variety,
The
which
sponge.
you and I
That's
actually,
cute.
I know, right?
Those are cute.
These are actually, those will be great for the weathering powders that are in this. You can use that on them.
okay,
It's a
that's
really good
fun.
way to transfer them. But yeah, because you and I actually had been using these sponge brushes ourselves, like on some of our streams together recently, I was like, man, I actually really like these. I'm gonna add them to my normal repertoire.
Yeah, they were actually fun to use on the pumpkins. I think that's what I used them on.
Yeah, it was what we used them on. And I've actually been using them on some of my, like to do weathering on some of my props and stuff. So like it's been really useful. So I'm hoping you find them very useful. And then the last thing that's in here is just a little Army Painter painting guide to help give you some guidance. But you can also just, call me and ask
I'll
me
just
any
come hang
questions.
out.
Exactly. But yeah, we just wanted to get this for you because as really just a thank you for indulging me sort of forcing you into this hobby very rapidly. But I also want to give you a way to just be able to do some of this stuff at home because you had mentioned that a little bit and we just thought this would be a really good idea. So I hope that you like it.
Admittedly, I would not have known where to start in the sense of like tools and like painting. So this is awesome. This is an awesome gift for like a starter set. This is awesome. I really appreciate it.
Yay! Well, that was the entire purpose of this, and I hope you guys are inspired to pick up your own tools to get started in the hobby or gift them to somebody like Shea, who you're forcing into the
My
hobby.
next stream, I will arrive with my box.
Yay! I'm so excited for that, actually. Oh my God. Genuinely, that makes me so hyped. But I just want to say thank you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Genuinely, thank you so much. And I just wanted to wrap up and say thank you to everybody who was watching this video. I hope you're inspired. I hope you are able to get your friends and family into the hobby and just pick up some new tools for yourself on a budget price. Anyways, I have been Angela. Thank you guys so much for watching. And before we head out, I just wanna say a massive thank you to my patrons and my YouTube members, because genuinely, without your guys' support, we wouldn't be able to make content like this. I wouldn't be able to have Shea come over and force her into the hobby and everything and spoil her.
Forced into
Yes,
the hobby.
look at her. She's very forced. She doesn't wanna be here. But thank you guys, genuinely. You all are awesome. Have a lovely hobby night and an especially lovely and an especially lovely shopping season.
Yay.
See you guys.
Bye.
We're leaving all of that in. We're leaving all of it.
The schlopping.
The schlopping.